Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Oh, hey, boys and girls. Jonathan Mercado.
It's
Oh, my
Yanni!
God. Bob Hernandez. The reason I'm saying I was singing welcome back is obviously Bobby's back for this episode because Jay's out doing some personal stuff. So, welcome back, Bobby.
Hola!
Oh, gee, here we go.
This is the perfect week for me to come back for a day
And why is that?
because we're going to live it loud today. We're going to talk about them, the brand of the week, DS18. We're living it loud. I got my living it loud shirt on.
All right. I was trying to find mine, but yeah, I took it home. So sorry, guys. But anyways, let's do some house cleaning stuff, and then we'll get into the brand of the week. So first off, just letting you guys know there are some Sony promos activated right now. So make sure you call your sales rep about some Sony promos going on that are live. Next thing we'll talk about is kicker pickup bundles. So there's two bundles that we've created. We've actually three. Sorry, we've created three bundles. We did it ourselves here. Give you guys some deals for obviously this season. They got that aren't tariff to death, shall we say?
Yeah, these are pre-tariff deals, so definitely grab them while you can. So we've got a couple. I love the name of the next one.
What, the kicker pickup bundle?
Yeah, I didn't come up with that name.
The 212 truck bundle?
I didn't come up with that name either.
112 truck bundle?
You know what? They're all great bundles, and they're great values, but I didn't come up with any of those names.
All right. Well, what about the next bundle we got?
The next bundles we're going to talk about, I came up with the name.
So it's the DS18 Thunder Bundle.
Thunder Bundle.
And then there's the Thunder Bundle SV.
Yeah, I don't know what SV is.
Single vent.
Oh, got it. I thought it was something fun.
This is the vice president right here.
I thought it was something fun. It's just single vent, but it's the Thunder Bundle. How could you guys not jump in on a Thunder Bundle? You know what? The thing about the DS18 is they're loud, they're brash, and there are people that love that, right? There are people that love to be loud and brash. It's part of their personality. So
in layman's term, what is brash?
Brash, loud, bold.
Bold.
Right.
We just said loud, so why would you use loud twice?
Oh boy.
Brash and loud.
Brash.
Brash.
It's a white person thing.
Anyways, getting back to the subject, great bundles, loud bundles, at a very, very aggressive price. Make sure you check your emails out because we've sent out a lot of deals this past couple of days. So make sure you give us a call. We are taking care of you guys. We're trying to keep it pre-tariff bundles, so that you guys could take advantage of it and get some deals. So make sure you check out those DS18 Thunder bundles that Bobby put together. Very good packages. I've sold quite a few already. A lot of happy customers. We're still doing for this month, for the rest of this month, First Tech. If you buy a drone XC LTE camera, so that's the camera that's dash mounted, and you can view on your cell phone, we'll give you a free rear camera. For every drone XC you buy, we'll give you a free rear camera. So that's another crazy deal we got.
That's an awesome deal. It's one of their First Tech's most successful promos that they've run. This is the second time they've run it. Mm-hmm. It runs till the end of this month, fellas. So if you don't get it now, you're going to come to us June 1st, and it's going to be too late. You have to buy the rear camera. So grab those now while we can.
Yeah, well, while supplies last, too, because we're selling quite a bit daily. So make sure you get involved and buy some for stocking because it's a very aggressive deal. Next bundle we want to talk about is May Memphis Marine Takeover. You want to explain that?
The May Memphis Marine Takeover. I don't know why I came up with that, but that's another thing to take a look at, right? We're up here in the Northeast. It's starting to get warm. The weekends are starting to be cool. People have got their boats out already.
Oh, I'm seeing more and more boats being lugged off like the marinas to their houses or whatever on the highways.
Right. Traditionally, in the Northeast, it's a Memorial Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's coming up in a couple of weeks. So if you guys aren't on this, or there are people that are looking to get their boats ready right now, they're out there getting their boats ready. You guys got to get in on this May Memphis Marine Takeover. It's some really cool Memphis marine products that you can take advantage of and make some additional margin.
And guys, like Bobby said, it is marine season. I'm personally starting to see a lot of boats out there, but I'm also starting to see a lot of motorcycles out there, like literally riding every day, and they're wanting audio on there. And there's also side by sides. I see a lot of. They're actually making now. Well, they're not making. People are converting their RZRs to make them street legal here in Connecticut, which is pretty interesting to see. They put like regular tires on it, and they're making it completely street legal with audio, so they're driving around in the streets. So I think that's pretty cool.
Absolutely, and it's what I was gonna make this point about side by sides, and I've seen some slingshots out on the road. I think the other day when we went to that park, well, we met up on that Saturday. I saw a slingshot coming up, and when we talk about DS18 as a brand, and we say, I get some guys that'll tell me, well, that's not my customer. It's that's kind of loud and it's
no. Hold on.
brash.
Let me state that statement. Fix that statement you said. You say it's not your customer, so you must not like money. If somebody comes in and wants to put some weird contraption in the vehicle, and they're willing to pay you for it, you rip their arm off and you put it in there.
Or put it in.
You literally put it in there. Like these people, these shops that are saying, "Oh, well, it's not my type of clientele." It is your type of clientele. You just don't know it's your type of clientele because even higher end customers, believe it or not, I just sold, what was it? 5 tubes wakeboard tower speakers. And this guy is working on a multi-million-dollar yacht, and he's doing DS18 tower speakers with some DS18 loudspeakers in there. This is a multi-million-dollar yacht. And he called me up yesterday and said it was fantastic sounding. Very, very impressed with the quality. He expected it to be like tinging, loud, screechy noise. And he said, no, this thing sounds crystal clear and very, very great sound quality. So for those customers that are saying, or those shops that are saying, it's not my type of customer, shame on you. Because when I was in retail, I'll tell you what, if you had 2 nickels to rub, I didn't care what I sold you. I'm going to sell you something. Whether I like it or not, I'm going to sell it. And if it's my cup of tea or not, I'm still going to sell it. I'm about making money. And that's what a lot of you shops have to think about. Making money, especially in these times. You have to take everything that comes into your shop. Stop being picky about what you can, stop being picking and choosing the audio jobs. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of shops that are very, very slow. And those are the shops that are trying to be nitpicky. And those shops that are not, they're just taking everything they can. They're very, very busy. So
listen, everybody there's a season for everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
There were times when even myself, I'm very subdued and calm. But then on a Tuesday night, when I go to the PTA meeting and I want to listen to Billy Joel really loud to impress all the gray-haired ladies, I got to roll up Living Loud.
Bobby, what do you got? Like a 5-year-old kid that you're going to PTA meetings and you're like 70 years old?
But that's where all the mommies go.
Oh my God. Anyways, getting back to the subject, you want to bring extra business into your business, your shops? Then we're going to talk about another brand that we're welcome with here at Go Fast Solutions. Great detailing line, very, very well-known name in the high-end detailers line. And we want to bring in.
I can't wait for him to say this name.
I apologize if I'm butchering your company's name. I apologize. Koch Chemi. Coach Chemi? Co-Chemi. So Co-Chemi. I've known about this for years, and I can never say the name for years. But it's one of the higher end lines for detailing products. They make products from your mild to your wild exotic cars. And a lot of high-end shops, believe it or not, are using Co-Chemi in their shops. So now you have a source to get it here at Go Fast Solutions. Make sure you give your sales rep a call. We have actually a pretty nice display program with Co-Chemi to fill up the display with a nice big stand-up display at a very aggressive price. A lot of shops have taken advantage of that. Like I said, Co-Chemi is a huge name in the detailing business.
Absolutely, and when we talk about making money, Johnny, there are brands where you're just your everyday brand and that's the everyday customer. But then there are the elevated brands that are for the more discerning customer, the customer that wants that next level, that's willing to pay for the next level. Co-Chemi sits right in that sweet spot. Their product is pretty much in that space, known as high end. They're typically from their German company. When you talk about Porsche, Mercedes, any of those higher end vehicles, it's natural to those vehicles. You guys want to bring this in and make additional money for the same work, because you're still doing the same work when you're detailing a vehicle. But when you're using that product, It's gets a premium price. You charge a premium price. You make premium profit.
So will it restore my the paint on my Pinto?
On your Ford Pinto?
Yeah, my Ford Pinto.
You got to get the 37 people out of it first.
So guys, definitely give a call to your sales reps about Kokemi. We do have a display that is loaded for one price, and it's a great display to put in your sales floors. Next thing I want to talk about is Triton power bars. A lot of you guys are looking for some good sounding sound quality sound bars. We have them in stock, guys. Triton has professionally DSP'd these sound bars by a very well-known professional tuner, where it's just power ground accessory, literally. And you could put on a side-by-side, a slingshot. You could even put it on tailgates. I've got guys that put it in trucks for tailgating purposes. We have them in stock at a very, very aggressive price, from 22-inch, 26-inch, all the way up to 32 inches. So make sure you call your sales rep about some sound bars, because we have them in stock, guys.
Those sound bars, by the way, they're gluten-free and tariff-free. So no tariffs on them, and they don't make you fat.
I guess it doesn't work.
We gotta buy some of those.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't work for me.
We gotta get some of those.
So guys, make sure. And then Bobby, you wanna touch base on this right here?
Yeah. So at Mobile Expo 2025, we had a couple of new vendors. One of those new vendors was Windshield Skin, and those guys that put up their booth. They had the Corvette in there, and they did a fantastic job of not only explaining what their product is, and it's a skin that goes over the outside of your windshield to protect those windshields, and it comes in an 8 millimeter and 12 millimeter thickness. But they had like live hands-on demos, so their customers and attendees at our show literally stretching this onto this Corvette to show them that this is not something that requires a lot of heat, to put on. This opens up avenues of revenue for not only tinters and detailers, which is a natural, right? That's a natural, you would think, for anybody that's a detailer or a tinter, a natural to bring in windshield skin. But traditional 12-volt shops saw a value in it. I've had in order to be able to sell it and get the warranty and be on the dealer locator, you have to submit a form. It's just a super easy form. I can't tell you how many forms I've gotten from folks that attended Mobile Expo 2025 that just said, I can make a lot of money with this.
Yeah, it's just if you're in the business of tinting cars and you tint a front windshield, you want to protect that front windshield. So a lot of guys are using the windshield skin to protect the front windshields from nicks, chips, cracks, etc. Because then the customer has to come back and redo it. I also have a lot of customers who deal with a lot of high-end dealerships: Porsche, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Aston Martin, Maybach, etc. That they're in that big dealership area with a lot of expensive vehicles. A lot of those guys, between PPF and protecting their windshields, because let me tell you, replacing a windshield on a brand new Ferrari is not cheap. You're looking at easily $10,000.
So one of the questions when we first talked about windshield skin that came to mind is, I think, well, I've got insurance for my windshield. Why, they'll come and replace or fix a crack, and it's part of my insurance. Why would I need windshield skin? But you brought up a really good point, and when we talked to Alan and Maya from Windshield Skin, those guys, by the way, they were fantastic.
Lady and gentlemen,
right?
Lady and gentlemen, not guys.
Lady and gentlemen,
yeah.
So Alan and Mia, right? I think I've already said her name wrong. Yeah. Alan and Mia did a fantastic job, but they also explained to us that, like you were just saying, when you own an expensive vehicle, do you want somebody coming to fix a crack on your windshield, or do you want them putting in an aftermarket? Imagine now you have this expensive vehicle, whether it's a Lexus, a Mercedes, a Porsche. You went up to the Lamborghinis. When you're talking about vehicles of this type of vehicle, do you want an aftermarket windshield being put in on that vehicle? Absolutely not.
Let alone the cost associated with replacing a windshield of one of those vehicles. $10,000 plus for a Lambo on a windshield. Piece of glass.
$10,000.
$10,000 for a piece of glass.
Good Lord.
So, all right. Well, keep going, Bobby.
So they did a fantastic job. As a matter of fact, when we did a survey, we had a survey, and we'll talk a little bit more about the surveys towards the end of this Facebook Live. when we did the survey, our attendees said that the windshield skin was the most impressive new vendor at Mobile Expo 2025, and we had a little bit of a sales contest in between all of our vendors, giving basically the contest was, here's your product, here's some smoking deals, here are hundreds of our customers coming in to visit, sell, and they came out on top. Mia and Alan crushed it. So shout out to the folks over at Windshield Skin. They did a fantastic job. I can see us doing a lot of business with a lot of our customers here and opening up a brand new revenue stream for our customers.
Correct. Next thing I want to talk about is Knowledge Fest. It's coming up very, very quickly, guys. Next month, in fact, June 6th through the 8th at the Harris Resort in Atlantic City, New Jersey. So go fast. If you're looking to go to Knowledge Fest, we are paying for your entry. So if you use the code when you're registering to Knowledge Fest, go fast KFAC25, you will get free entry to the Knowledge Fest show.
So I've done a ton of Knowledge Fest. You and I do Knowledge Fest every year in Las Vegas. If you haven't gone down there, it's over the weekend, guys. You can get on there. You can get down there in a couple of hours from up here in New England. It's worth the trip. You haven't been to one, get down there. Use our registration code, so you have free entry in there. They'll have a badge waiting for you. Come down there. There's a ton of training to be done, to be seen. There's all the vendors will be there. There's a beer and business, which is one on our list here. Beer and business that we're sponsoring on Friday night. So towards the end of the end of the day, when the show floor has been open for a little while, we kind of like relax, let our hair down, like this, Johnny, like this, let our hair down, have a beer, and kind of just talk about business. So GoFast is sponsoring that, along with I believe Davis and GoFast are sponsoring the beer and business. And then, guys, you definitely, if you're going down there, get a hold of your GoFast sales rep, because Davis, GoFast, and I believe it's a JVC and Kenwood are sponsoring the after party. We held the after party at last year's Knowledge Fest, and it was off the hook,
it was
off
packed.
The chain. It was what's the other thing? What's the DAP thing? Whatever. It was bad. You gotta go. You're definitely going down there. You want to be part of that. Get with your GoFast sales rep. He'll get you an invite. That's by those after parties are invite only, and it is a party. You definitely want to show up for that.
Yeah, come see us at Knowledge Fest. For bracelets. If you're coming down to Knowledge Fest, the after party was amazing last year. Hors d'oeuvres, open bar. We were on a rooftop at an area overlooking the beachfront at Atlantic City. It was a fantastic time. Great music, awesome DJ. Yeah, it was a great time. So make sure you get a hold of your sales rep if you are going to Knowledge Fest on how to join this after party that we have going on at Atlantic City.
And if you think this is nice now, wait till you see all of this stuff in motion when they start playing the music.
Oh my God, there's a lot of meat moving around. There's also a part here on the list that says unboxing. Usually we unbox something, but unfortunately I can't really unbox this because it's brand new and it's expensive unit and it's sealed inside. So I'm just gonna talk about it. So JVC has came out with their new 8-inch and also their 10-inch tablet style radios that works with the Apex Maestro iData kits. This is a game changer, guys. This right here between the 8-inch and this unit are going to change the game. For all you guys that are wondering, all these new vehicles coming out because the manufacturers are just dumb and think that, people want to use the stupid proprietary head units that are slow, that freeze, that you want to punch a hole in, which I've seen a lot of them, aka me, because my charger screen is ready to get another knuckle through it. This is a game changer. This will allow you between JVC and iData Maestro with the Apex solution. So this year alone, you only can change 19% of the vehicles on the market's head units, 2025 cars. That's very, very low. With this, It now bumps it up to 90% of the vehicles you can change the head units on. Not only that, you're adding an aftermarket source unit, which has RCAs, which has better sound quality, outputs, features, CarPlay Android Auto, which a lot of manufacturers are doing away with CarPlay Android Auto. I have no clue why. You know what I mean? Yeah, they may spend a little money, but once again, manufacturers, dealerships, listen to your customers. Your head units suck. So get with an aftermarket head unit company and build something, or let these companies do what they do and really build the units for those factory vehicles so that you can get the wireless CarPlay Android Auto, HD radio, 4 camera inputs like this unit, um, HD monitor. You can do multiple views. It does do wireless CarPlay Android Auto. It is loaded, Maestro compatible to see the features, HDMI so you can view videos and stuff on the unit itself. Sirius XM and Sirius XM 360L ready. So it's got the better high res audio ready. So we're loaded with features, and this is where the newer technology is gonna go to all these, all these newer vehicles. iDataLink and JVC have done a great job at building some kits. In fact, one of the kits that really stood out that everybody's been asking me for to do a radio on is Infinity. Infinity, you've never really have been able to change the radio out. It is proprietary. It is built into the unit. You know what I mean? There are some cheap Android radios out online that just don't work. Um, they have perfected the dash kits to make these units fit seamlessly into those vehicles and give you the aftermarket additions you want to those radios, to those vehicles. I'm sorry. So Infinity was one of the ones that shot out at me at straight. They have it for Chrysler, they have it for GM, they have it for, like I said, Toyota, etc. Give your sales rep a call. JVC and Apex from Maestro, great solutions to add on to newer vehicles that you will not regret doing.
I tell you, Johnny, at Mobile Expo, I was walking around and I like to go in and see the training rooms as they're going, just to make sure that that everything is going the way they're going, right, that they don't need anything. And I also love to take a look at, what are our customers, what are they finding, what are they seeing, what do they want to learn about.
Mhm.
I was floored when I walked into the JVC Kenwood ADS training on these units specifically. It was literally packed. I opened the door to get in to take a picture. I had to ask people to step away from the door so I could grab a picture. It was that crowded. So I think that a lot of you already know about these units. The evidence is in how many people attended that training. Again, when I ran the survey after the show, I asked what was the best training that you saw at Mobile Expo 2025, and by far it was the JVC Kenwood training, ADS training on these units specifically. So guys, they're here, they're available. The 10 inches landed. Call your Go Fast sales rep. You want to get into these right away and have them in your barn, so you're able to take advantage of, like Johnny said, an additional 60%, right? Because you said it was 19%, and it was almost 90% with these units. You now can be able to replace radios, to open yourself up to that 60% of the population that you've just been letting go because you can't change the head unit. You've got something to show them now. Get one of these, get it in a board. There are a ton of videos that you should have on your TVs in your display showing this unit, because this is going to open up new streams of revenue for your business.
So I'm going to correct Bobby. It isn't 60%. It's 71%. His math wasn't mathing. So if I give you 90 minus 19, that's 71.
All right.
So sorry about that.
That's a lot of numbers.
I'm a numbers nerd, so he said the numbers wrong. But anyways, yeah, like Bobby said, talk to your sales rep. We have tons of training on this. Like personally, we've gone to JVC. We flew out to JVC for weekend boot camp. We learned all about these units. Very, very impressive. You won't regret bringing these into your shops. Next thing we want to talk about is brand of the week, and the brand of the week is
DS18. We're living loud.
So DS18, thank you guys for being a platinum sponsor at this year's show. You guys are year after year being a platinum sponsor and really, really pushing the needle with your product, should we say. There was a scooter that was there that was wicked loud, and there was also a I want to say an RZR, side by side vehicles for off roading that was, once again, like I said earlier, converted to street use, and super super loud, very very nice guys. You know, great products. Like I said, for all you shops that are saying this isn't your cup of tea, shame on you. Because if I owned the shop and you said that next to me, guess what? I'm eating your lunch. And I really am. I'm going to take all that business because at the end of the day, DSAT makes a lot of unique stuff that a lot of companies don't do. Starting off with Jeeps. You know, they were the first to really make speaker pods, you know, for the front. They did a roll bar speaker pod. They did the subwoofer, so the subwoofer boxes that go on the let me show it here, on the tailgates. All right, for 210s that light up. They were the first to do that. They were the first to do. This is pretty big, but this is also another. Does it show a picture? Yeah, they showed another Wrangler side panel subwoofer box. So it goes on the side next to the roll bars on both sides. It comes with left and right. You know, they're doing the Bronco front door kits. They're doing the Bronco roll bars, the Bronco subwoofer boxes. They do a bunch of factory fit stuff that a lot of you guys, you know, are either A, too afraid to dab in, or B, don't want to dab in it. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to take every single job that comes in the door. And these are going to be my options for those vehicles because it's proven that they have built quality stuff that really, really stands out over the competition. So, you want to add anything else, Bobby?
Guys, everything that you see up on the here from DS18 is part of our DS18 Brand of the Week email blast with our special promos. If you haven't gotten that email that went out this morning, I saw it. If you didn't get that email, pull your GoFast sales rep. You definitely want to get in on this. You want to see the pricing, what the discounts and the savings that you'll have, and the money that you'll make. And the one thing that I wanted to share with our customers, we're certainly in some uncertain times, and you know, tariffs seem to be a buzzword that we hear all the time. Here's the thing right now, guys. Yeah, the tariffs are going to impact our pricing, and the vendors are sending new price sheets all the time. I'm sure that you guys have seen them from us. You've seen them from, if you have any direct relationships where you're buying product, you've seen some of the impact. Guys, right now these deals are going to be pre-tariff. The guys that are going to make money in this during these times, because there's going to be an ebb and flow, and something's going to happen, and it'll get to a new normal. Right now is the opportunity for you guys to get in, get this product, get them at the deals. You're going to sell them, and you're going to make more money, right? Because if prices have gone up, your price has to go up. You got in before that. You're going to make more margin. So this is a time where I think that from our perspective or from your perspective, double down. If you have the resources, double down. Make sure that the inventory you have is inventory that you're going to make big margins on, because that's the name of the game, right? We're all about making margin for our customers.
Correct.
Because right? The healthier my customer is, the more he's going to come to me and be my partner. And that's what we're looking to do.
Correct. And just, you know, they make some very nice speaker pods too that are technically for boats, but I've got a lot of customers using them in Rikers now, and they sound fantastic and they light up. Not only that, I know I couldn't do the JVC unboxing, but I kind of wanted to do the DS18 NXL X600.4 unboxing just so that you guys can see. It still has the wrap on it, but as you can see, this amplifier is tiny. So you can fit this amplifier practically anywhere. It's 100% submersible because it's all covered. As you can see, the power is all covered. Everything's all covered. Completely submersible so that you can put this in a boat application, jet ski application, motorcycle, side by side. Shoot, if you want to do a scooter, this is your go-to. So guys, and not only that, for being such a small footprint, literally 200 watts RMS per channel, bridged 400 watts per channel. I mean, not per channel, but per pair of channels. Guys, this amplifier is tiny, but very, very mean and has great output. And that's what technically all of DS18's line is about. big power, small chassis, loud sound, but you can absolutely make it sound like it's $1 million sound system with proper DSP tuning. So guys, if you want to just give money away, don't do the brand. But I'm gonna tell you right now, people like me that will take every penny, everything that comes in the door and not be brand specific, I'm doing DS18 because they have so many unique things that touch so many unique vehicles out there in the market. Gladiators, JL Jeeps, JKs, Broncos, motorcycles, etc. I could go on and on. This is the line that I would bring into my shop.
Absolutely. The other thing to keep in mind with the car prices going up, we're talking about tariffs. How many customers are going to say, you know what, I'm going to hang on to my car another year?
More.
Maybe I'll hang it on 2 more years. Right? So what are they going to do with their vehicle they're hanging on to? They're going to want to do more upgrading of their vehicles. I'm not going to change the car. I'm going to upgrade the sound.
Yeah.
I'm not going to trade in the lease. I'm going to keep this lease. I'm going to buy this car and I'm going to upgrade the interior. I'm going to do the window tinting. I'm going to do something to the vehicle because I'm hanging on to it. I want to keep it fresh. I want to keep it new. I want to feel like I have a new vehicle, but I'm not going to do that this year because DS18 is a great opportunity for you guys to enhance the sound, kind of make it loud, make it different. Everybody has a different aspect when it comes to being loud, right? Again, like I said earlier, I may be mild-mannered at certain times, but there are other times, like when I'm at the PTA meeting, I want to be playing the music loud to get all the mommies to come out and say, look who's making all that noise.
Look who's making all that noise.
See, it's Papi Chulo.
All
DS18, right, guys, is definitely a brand you guys want to take a look at.
Yeah, guys, so make sure you check them out. Make sure you bring them into your arsenal because, like I stated, they make a lot of unique stuff, and they're constantly adding more and more. Great brand to have at your shops. Great partner here at MX at Go Fast Solutions. Another great partner at the MX25, being a platinum sponsor.
That's a great point, Johnny. And a special shout out to Jason Martin from DS18 who came down to our event, and our rep Joe Santamaniello. That's a mouthful. Joe was just awesome. He helped put the whole thing together, get DS18 to the show, to support us. Great job by him. Great job by Jason. We love those guys. We can't wait to see what they do next.
And guys, one last thing. So obviously, for all the people that took the survey, we promised a giveaway. We really
Yes, we did.
So let's just pull this wheel out, D. And we're going to give away $50 to all these people that took the survey.
Johnny, wait till you hear the music.
Oh, God.
The music is back.
Help me, Lord. Gift card for taking the survey. Guys, when we do things like this and we blast it out there, make sure you take advantage of it because we're always giving something away. And with this concludes our Wednesday Facebook Live. I just want to say we miss you, Jay. We'll see you.
Where are you, Jay? We need you back.
We'll see you at the next one because Bobby's way too hyper. So, all right, guys, thank you for joining us and see you next week.